Films to Soup Reviews. What's your favorite scary movie? Today we review Machete Joe. Let's read the back of the box. In Machete Joe, a group of urban legend busters sets out to discover the mysterious truth behind a disfigured killer who claims his victims with a blood-soaked machete. Oh, I see what you did there. That's not this movie. Now for a real synopsis. An amateur film crew rent out a low-income castle to shoot a Z-rate horror movie in between smoke breaks. But the body count starts to grow for serious when the actors get picked off one by one by a disfigured killer from 30 years ago and across the country. The movie opens on a sugarcane plantation in southern Florida in 1979. Cut to the inside of a shack made partly of cardboard boxes. The mom is apparently a prostitute, the dude hurts her, then burns her kid, and then hacks them up? Cut to rural California, present day. An amateur film crew is making a movie. Then there's a surprise birthday for Roz, the production manager. Apparently, she recently got religious. And then Ernie Hudson. Meanwhile, the production crew has a tongue-in-cheek conversation about how the script is not finished. I see what you did there. And the director, Erica, wants to improvise the last 3/4 of the script. This is also where we find out that the name of this movie is Machete Man, which I would wager to bet was the original name of this movie before they changed it to Machete Joe. It's right around this point where I realized that this movie is dreadfully boring, so I'm going to tell you a lot of details in a short amount of time. Charles was supposed to be Machete Man, but Discount Jeremy Piven gave that role to Vince, the makeup guy. Then Erica and Discount Jeremy Piven argue, so Vince gets demoted and Charles gets to be Machete Man. Then nothing happens for a while. Production took a bunch of smoke breaks while the camera filmed people talking about nothing while smoking. So they find out that Vince got killed while rehearsing on camera. And Discount Jeremy Piven wants to keep filming, just like something full-price Jeremy Piven would do. Cut to scenes of everyone smoking all the time. An extra guy gets offed when he finds Vince's body and comments on how great his slit throat looks. And at this point, I'm 90% sure that there will be a hilarious plot twist where everything we think is happening is actually part of the movie. Spoiler alert, I'm 90% wrong. Then they find the extra dude while he's not quite dead, and they bring him into the castle and try to keep him alive. Spoiler alert, they don't. Then the actor/cameraman/pervert gets his arm cut off and dies. Then there is seriously like 30 seconds between the crew seeing the footage of Vince being killed and then them finding another dead guy before the director Erica chews out Discount Jeremy Piven for telling them to keep shooting. Best movie ever. Then they decide to go get the killer before he gets anyone else. Roz says, "Let the good Lord protect you." And Charles says that his fire poker is the good Lord, which is confusing because I bet that fire poker never died for him. And then he and Erica go try to find the killer. Then Ray, an older actor, accuses Discount Jeremy Piven of not finishing the script so that the killer could finish it, which is a better movie than this one. Then everyone leaves the castle and Ray locks them out. All of a sudden, the killer's inside with him and kills him. Discount Jeremy Piven gets back into the castle and checks on Ray. Ray starts choking him and then dies for a final time. Then Machete Joe surprises them. The actresses run away from him. One falls off a balcony. Well, she was kind of pushed. And then the other gets stabbed. So they dead. The one that fell is still alive. The kid from the beginning turns out to be Machete Joe, and he has an Oedipus complex, changed background, and believes this lady to be his mother, and has flashbacks to his mom telling him something. She escapes, and Joe's dad says, "This wasn't supposed to happen. Go, I'll find you." And then Machete Joe says, "Da, da," which up to this point is a disability that has not been introduced. Cut 2. Roz, who ends up taking a machete for Discount Jeremy Piven, which was pretty much useless because then Discount Jeremy Piven takes a machete for Discount Jeremy Piven. Charles gets his fingers cut off. Charles and Erica maybe are romantic. Machete Joe sneaks up on Erica only to be snuck on by Charles, but not so fast. Joe hits Charles, Erica distracts Joe, and Charles stabs Joe. But then Sammy's and Joe's bodies are then apparently missing when the police arrive. Cop lady is looking in a hole and says, "Over here," and the movie ends. So, this movie was incredibly boring and not very good. And for a movie that really heavily markets that it's unrated, it has no content in it that really should be unrated. There's no gore, there's no nudity, and I think the swearing is pretty minimal. So, this movie gets a D- on the soup scale. Thank you guys for hanging in there. I plan on making these horror movie reviews once every week. We'll see how much I can keep up with that. And special thanks to Shake Fist for letting me use their music for my videos. Thanks guys, you're gonna regret it. Cut 2.